Hey, what's happening guys? It's Nagpal for iGyaan, and today we're going to be taking a look at the new Lava Iris X5. This phone that has been made for selfies is what Lava claims, because this is a really unique phone because it has a front-facing LED flash, which makes it pretty unique. And now that everyone is into taking selfies quite a lot, phone has a 5 megapixel autofocus camera with an LED flash. So low light condition selfies, aka party mode selfies, which are the most popular ones, would be really easy with this device. I'm going to put it to the side for the time being and go further in and see what all else is inside the box. So you get this leatherish sort of case. We'll take a quick look at that in just a while. You get a USB cable, some in-ear earphones, along with a inline microphone and push button to send in and calls. You get a standard wall charger along with a USB port on one side. You have a 2100 milliamp hour lithium ion battery. And then you have the user manual. Finally, you also get a screen protector inside the box, which is really cool. So you don't have to go hunting around for screen protectors. That's everything from the box. Let's take a look at the device itself. So the device itself is fairly slim and lightweight. Looks pretty nice, pretty good looking and good feeling device. It's not very heavy. In fact, it doesn't have the battery in there right now. So the first thing I'm going to do is pop open the back panel. This back panel is really flexible. Looks like durable plastic. On the back, you can see the battery compartment, nice and large. And then you have the SIM card slot, the micro SD card slot, and the secondary SIM card slot. So one is a 3G SIM card slot, and the second is a standard 2G SIM card slot. Now, instead of putting this cover on, which is really nice, I'm going to put on the leather cover, which is even better, to show you what that looks like. And there you go. Now, if we talk about the device, over at the front, we have a front-facing 5 megapixel camera. You can see that there is an LED flash over here. You have the earpiece along with a couple of sensors. Below that, you have a 5-inch display, which is an HD display. So that is fantastic. You get HD resolution, 1280 by 720 pixels on the device. On the bottom here are 3 touch capacitive buttons, which are nice and backlit. And on the bottom side of the device is the main microphone. On the right is the power lock and unlock button. On the top, the micro USB charging data syncing port along with the 3.5mm headphone jack. And on the left is the volume rocker, which also hides behind the flap, which does have the button locations on it. So the cover is nice. It has the button locations for the volume rocker on it. And if you look over at the back side of the device, the main camera is an 8 megapixel backside illumination camera. That means it has a Sony sensor in there, f2.2 aperture, and a 1.4 micron pixel size. So essentially what they're trying to say is that it is the same sensor seen on the iPhone. So let's get rid of this plastic, and we'll wait for the device to boot up. I don't know if you guys can see it. There is a small little Iris logo while it's loading up. That's great. The good thing is that you do get a screen protector inside the box. The bad thing is that it's not pre-installed. So you'll have to go ahead and install it, and hopefully you can do it without the bubbles. Over at the bottom, you can see in the cover is the cutout for the speakerphone, which is over here. And you do have dual LED flash, and you do have a secondary microphone on the back, which will help you in capturing audio for video as well as noise cancellation. On the front, on the flap, is a cutout for the earpiece, which is excellent as well. Now, if we talk about the specifications, on the inside of the Lava Iris X5 is a 1.2 gigahertz quad-core processor. You also get 8 gigabyte of storage and 1 gigabyte of RAM, which you can expand up to 32 gigabytes using the micro SD card. The device is running Android 4.4 out of the box, which will be a good sort of thing for a lot of users. You do get Wi-Fi BGN and Bluetooth 3.0, not 4.0. And it does support OTG, so you can connect a pen drive, a hard drive. So here I'm just going to quickly set it up. I'm going to skip adding my SIM card for the time being. I'll connect to Wi-Fi real quick. So here's the main home screen of the device. As you can see, It is more or less basic. There is not any customization done on the user interface whatsoever. So you can see a stock dialer, more or less a stock user interface again. If you come into the keyboard, you do have SIM1 and SIM2 options, but you have a stock keyboard for KitKat, which is great. Let me pull down from the notification panel real quick and go into About Device. You'll see that it's running Android 4.4.2, which is Android KitKat. Now, notification panel can be pulled down from the top. You also have your quick toggles for Android actions, so Wi-Fi, data connection, etc. If you go into the all apps list, mostly stock apps is what I can see over here. Google Apps, Google Drive, Google Gallery, Google Maps. So no bloatware, which makes this device absolutely fantastic. So zero bloatware from Lava, which is fantastic. You do have Office Suite, which is preloaded, but that's it. That is absolutely it. Fantastic. So you do get an FM radio in here as well. If you want to use it, you need to plug in your headset. Let me quickly go and see what browsing is like on this. So it loads up the website fairly quickly, and it loads up images while you scroll. So that is, it seems to be a memory issue, which shouldn't be the case. Maybe an update to Chrome is required. But scrolling seems to be pretty smooth. I don't see any complaints whatsoever. You can pinch in fairly smoothly as well. You can switch from portrait to landscape, and it does that switch for you. Auto spreads out to fit the screen. Fairly nice. Touch response is good. I'm getting an instant feedback from the device. That's great. Last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check out video on this. Okay, so viewing angles are good, although the screen is really reflective, which is causing the viewing to get distorted just a little bit. Audio could be much louder. It's not the loudest we've seen from an Android device. It definitely needs a louder speaker. On the lock screen over here, you can see you can directly jump into the camera, go to Google Now, as well as unlock the device. And since it's talking about the camera, let's quickly take a look at the camera app. So you can tap to focus with the camera application, which is great, and it is again a stock camera application. What I want to see is the selfie camera, so I'm just going to do that right now. So I'm going to tap here, and my flash is on. It's pretty decent. It's not the best flashlight that we've seen on a device, but then it's a front flash, so it's not supposed to like blind you completely. It's a small LED light. It's an SMD. It doesn't even seem like an LED. It seems like an SMD, but it gives you some illumination, and possibly at low light conditions would come in really handy. One more thing I'd like to take a look at is most definitely the video recording capabilities. So if I go into, let's switch into video mode, and so the maximum video quality is SD, which is a massive disappointment for me. You can turn on time lapse, which is useless, but I can't even do 720p video, which is pretty terrible. So there you go, guys. This is a quick unboxing, hands-on review of the new Lava Iris X5. We'll test out the front-facing camera for you so that you don't have to, and we'll test out the rear camera as well. Video quality seems to be shabby, so no real elements over there. But stay tuned and stay fresh, and I'll speak to you in some time. This has been Bharat Nagpal. Thank you guys for watching.